What's up, everybody, and welcome to the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. We are the LittleBigKast. On today's show, Rachel checks in her eye bags at the Delta counter.
There's so many.
Drew has chili peppers on Rate My Professor.
Better believe it.
And Jeff asks about Tasteful Nudes. All this and more on episode 25 of the LittleBigKast. Welcome, everybody. What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 25 of LittleBigKast. My name is Jeff Hawks, and I just sneezed on the intro for you, so I hope you all enjoyed that.
Is that what that was?
Bless you.
It was, yeah. My eyes are watered, and I sneezed really hard because I have allergies, so deal with it, people.
Hey, I have them too.
Hey, I'm not alone. Speaking of me not being alone, with me as always, how's that for
Great
a segue? The educator extraordinaire, Drew Tyler.
Hey, welcome. I'm so glad to be here. Bless you.
Look at that swipe. I saw that.
And our sleepy little Asian friend, Rachel Hernandez.
Hello. I'm the sleepy one.
Not just Asian, though. Also a little bit of Mexican in there as well, right?
Also a little brown. So in the wintertime, I'm like this awkward yellow. And then in the summertime, I'm like this crispy brown.
That sounds perfect.
Mexication?
Mexican, Asian.
I like
some other racial ones that we won't get into.
Sleepy little Asian.
It's me. I've been awake for like 16 hours.
There you go. Perfect.
I've done a lot today.
Cool. Well, then, since you're the tired one, we'll have you go first, and you can just get it out of the way before you take a nap during Drew's news.
I know. I might. My eye bags, though, I feel like I could check them in at Delta for like... Okay. So
that's a $50 charge, ma'am.
I know. They're free on international flights. You get one. I need to stop. This is going to be interesting. Anyways,
we're going down a weird path now, Rachel. Stay on target.
So I was at work today, and I was trying to get some girl to buy something, and I guess like our food sales are really low, so I was very desperate trying to get her to buy something. I was like, you know what? You can have it cold, you can take it home, you can put it in the blender, you can just do whatever you want. Just buy this muffin right now. And it didn't work. And everyone
You didn't get the sale?
I didn't get the sale. And I swallowed my pride and I tried and just whatever. Anyways, besides working, I've been I started The Wolf Among Us. It's
Very
pretty
cool.
rad.
How far did you get?
Not far at all. I'm probably like about halfway done with the first episode.
Okay, cool.
But
is it fair to say let's plan on the second episode for
next week?
Can we do that?
Sure.
I can do that. Hopefully, Snow White. Oh, well, she's dead. Sorry, did I ruin it for you? Oh, so sorry.
Man, I was thinking she was going to be the bad guy because she like drove off.
Ooh.
That was kind of messed up, Drew.
Yeah, let's do that next week.
Okay. Go ahead, Rachel. Sorry.
Father. I'm Wolf Among Us, and I'm just trying to get back into the whole like school, work, sleep, video game life, and it's not working out very well. But I'm getting there. And then I spent a lot of money on just stuff because that's what girls do when school starts back up and stuff. They buy stuff. So I bought shoes, I bought a microphone, so I won't sound like crap next week.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Too.
Sleepy little Asian sounds good.
I know. And then
Rachel, all the fans think you sound heavenly. It's just these two doofuses over here.
It just does.
Thanks, KT.
Your snores will be caught in perfect audio fidelity.
I was, soon. But yep, that's pretty much been me just figuring out how to manage everything again and video games. So I'm glad I started The Wolf Among Us. And I told myself I'd probably get a PS4 before the 9th. So
and
we'll see. I need to take out a loan, but it'll be worth it.
It will be.
Can you like beg the man friend or something? I mean, is there anything that you can do to like just try and you know?
There are several
I'm against loans.
I feel slightly guilty, but we'll see.
Okay.
Maybe.
Good luck.
Maybe he's going for the Xbox One.
Get rid of this clown.
At some point.
And he tries and tells me all this good stuff about it, and I'm like, okay.
Rachel, just tell him this. I have an Xbox One, a launch Xbox One. It's not even plugged in right now.
Aw.
See? KT
Good.
didn't plug it in.
He's a Halo nerd loser guy thing, though.
Bring him over to Destiny. He'll be just fine.
That's what I was telling him, but they don't get the Halo Anniversary Edition.
Oh, that.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, what about you guys? Who's next? I nominate Drew.
Yay, Drew.
Here's my recap for the last week. Not much.
Netflix.
Bueller.
Yeah, that's
Bueller.
My Little Pony reruns. No, I haven't done much at all this week. In fact, I don't even think I played much more of Wolf Among Us. I might have done like 20 minutes on Hohokam, but I've been writing assignments. Now that the syllabi are all ready and the classes are going, now I've got to decide what to teach in each class. So
I hear you've got a lot bigger classes than the last couple of years too. Like
it's
I was
kind of
talking
a
to someone
big
today
deal.
that studio is like huge this semester.
we have 30 plus in the studio, which is fantastic. My live event, which is usually like the first 2 weeks, I'm like begging people to come in. Hey, please come here. We feed you. We give you free stuff. That class has like 9 or 10 right now.
Wow.
And then I have two sessions of that essentials class. Both are full at 24. So
That's
yeah.
crazy.
This guy.
Somebody must have checked out Rate My Professor and found out that I had a hot pepper.
That's what it was, though.
Is
But
that
really, I
spicy pepper.
Yeah, I haven't done a whole lot. So that's it.
So-
Jeff, what are you doing?
Well, first of all, like I'm curious. Do you know what it was that changed that brought 30
Yeah.
people into the class?
Yeah. We kick ass.
Well, I knew that, but like I would like to assume that. Well,
I think
never mind. I was gonna say I would like to assume that I was part of that too.
Oh, I'm
back
sure you
when
were. Yes.
that the studio kicked ass when I was there, but
Yes.
apparently that's not a true fact.
No,
So
Jeff.
It did. No, really what it is for those of you that are listening, basically I'm an advisor for a student media group, and we started out as a news team when I first got in about 4 years ago, and I quickly changed it to just a entertainment / anything video production house, which I think has drawn in a lot of interest from people that normally wouldn't be interested.
Right,
and on
great
top of
advice.
that, we've kind of built a funnel as the way it's supposed to be is curriculum should drive what the co-curricular organizations are doing. And so by making things like Essentials of Digital Media a required class for PR majors as well as digital media majors as well as multimedia journalists majors, then there's 3 emphasis there that have to take that class, which increases the number of people that are exposed to me and Studio 76 because we often do things together. So I think that has helped kind of sucker people into the studio because the studio is just fun and games. We make TV. So I think that's part of it. I don't know. I think people are just looking for realism out of college, right? I mean, you've
Right.
sat through enough classes. You find one class that says
Many.
you get to put your hands on a camera and make whatever the hell you want, then that's a class you're going to stick
Well,
with.
you get to make things that could potentially land you a job later
Exactly.
on as well. Like
Exactly.
That's, the work that you and I did at CES, while not directly related to school, was still related to school. And
Yeah, PR
you
stuff.
know,
Yep.
honestly, like I don't even know if I told you this, but the interview that I did with the Tech Podcast Network got me the job. Like,
yes.
do you remember the interview where you're like,
Yeah.
"Hey, this guy wants to do an interview. You want to do it?" Like,
Yep.
I interviewed him and I put my video that they made onto my online portfolio, and that's what got me the job. And so, I think to be involved with organizations within a school that do that, whether it's entertainment like e-news style entertainment shows, whether it is live streams, like we last semester did a bunch of live streams of video games like Outlast and different things. There's definitely an audience for that, and there's definitely an opportunity there that if students want to grab onto it, like it's a lot of fun.
Thanks,
It's
guys.
definitely a lot better
Hope.
than the boring,
Lots of hope because in my
comm law
business
classes.
multimedia major, I was getting a bunch of internships for like tech support
Oh.
and awesome, sweet, fun jobs like that. And I was like, I'm out of here. This
I think that was a good
blows.
Yeah. When you need an internship or job, come see me. I've got a few online ready to go.
Yay.
So Rachel, what you should start doing, Rachel, is like a weekly like video game vlog through Studio 76.
I kind of wanted to do
There you
just a vlog in general, but Drew crushed my dreams on
I
being
did?
internet famous. So
Oh, right. Because I told the whole
Just
class that
didn't.
it doesn't happen anymore. I failed to mention.
True, this is how I get talent.
I failed to mention that if you're Mexican and a chick, you've got a good chance. I didn't tell the class that.
And you talk about video games.
And you talk about video games,
Be a market for you. Yeah,
be okay.
definitely.
I'm just like, hey, G4, anyone, anything, hire me, please. But we'll see. Yeah.
Speaking
Jeff.
of, hey, so before we get into my thing, speaking of vlogging, because we are kind of a conversational podcast and we can kind of go wherever we want to. Did you guys hear about the big what, I can't remember the name of the YouTube channel, but the feminist video gamer
Sarkeesian.
person? What is it?
I'm gonna miss her first. Sarkeesian, right?
Yeah.
Anita?
Yeah. So she basically did a video blog, and her entire channel is video game related dialogue and information related to like feminism, right? And she talked about, and I don't know why I'm getting into this other than the fact that Rachel just talked about doing something with video games and video, right? But man, I was shocked at like the comments that were being made at this woman. So she put up a video last week it's tropes in video games. That's what it's called. That's her series.
And she's done tons of them. People very much know who she is.
Yeah, definitely. But she did one last week that was like using women as background characters and also as like a focus for like sexual violence. And she on her Twitter feed posted a screenshot of some of the replies or some of the tweets that were being sent to her from male video game players about her thing. And they were like, I'm going to rape and murder you. I'm going to kill your family. I know where you live. Like, and this was from like dozens of video game players. And so obviously like you hope that that's a very like loud minority, right? That's happening. But I mean, last week we talked about how video gamers, or maybe it was 2 weeks ago, how women are like 46% of the video game world. The people playing games are women. And reading this was really frustrating to me. Did you guys see this at all? Did you have any? I think I posted it to our feed.
Well, yeah, no, I totally saw it. If you, Sarkeesian's been doing stuff for a long time, and she's very much a big player in how feminism is addressed, because there is not a voice, or has not been for a long time, that kind of points out these things that can change. And I believe that she's got a power to change, and she's doing well. It's unfortunate the backlash that she's getting from inside the gamer community, because of while she games and she kind of points out all of these like, what would you call them? Discrepancies, or I guess just kind of like, hey, did you notice this? Did you notice this needs to change? This needs to change. She's pretty grating the way that she does it. I mean, it's just like any other sort of like overly produced show, you know. But to get to your point of like the comments, yeah, I was floored. It's just like, who are these people? I'm not one, like we talk about this when we talk about MOBAs and other large scale games. I'm not one to really participate in the large scale conversations or the chatter that happens. I'm there to play the game, and that's what I love about Destiny. Your fire team's the only ones that can hear you, and that's, you know, you're getting the job done. But in those larger scale things, and we talked about this with Robin a little bit, it's a meat house. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
you just want to sit. Go ahead,
it's
Rachel.
forgotten about too, because like, I don't know, it's hanging out with like normal people and normal human beings who like treat girl gamers as normal humans. It's a change of pace, because it's true though, when you do go out in the world, you forget that people don't treat you the same. And I don't know, it's kind of weird, because like I think about when I played Halo back when I was in like high school and junior high, and how I had to change my character to be a male, and how I just wouldn't use my mic, because before like fire teams and chats, like I would get betrayed. People would stab me when they found out I was a girl. That's why I always pick a neutral gamer tag or PSN name, because if there's anything that shows my femininity, I get treated differently. And it's a big world.
It's ridiculous. It honestly is. It's like, who is it? The anonymity is just the fact that people can have these handle tags.
You men are pigs, is what it is.
Yeah, right. It is ridiculous. I'll give you that, Jeff. It's absolutely ridiculous, and they actually had to send police out to our house because some of the threats were so specific, and that to me is just, it's retarded.
Yeah, I mean, it's absolutely
sad.
Insane, and it's something that I don't think would be tolerated even by the community itself anywhere else. And that's it was interesting to see a lot of game, like, I appreciated that I saw a lot of game developers like retweeting her and being like, you know what, this is something that needs to change. And that's
Right, yeah.
I think you see a huge difference in like the games that that don't abuse that, or that aren't using women purely as a background decoration, right? Like, so that was the title of this episode that kind of caused this firestorm, was women as background decoration. And she goes into talking about you know, that she discusses how sexualized female bodies often occupy a dual role as both sexual playthings and perpetual victims of male violence. And I don't know. I guess the reason I bring this up is like, I'm glad that a conversation is happening about this. And I mean, just briefly, when you mentioned, Rachel, that you had considered doing like a video game thing, like I think these are the conversations that need to happen. And I think these guys, these like demented men that think it's okay to say things like this, I think they need to see and have a woman actually tell them like that it's not okay.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
no, and what I think
and they need to see people rally behind those women.
Right. It's super funny too, because I had a discussion. I don't think people realize how many girls are actually like in the gaming world too. Like how many females are a part of like making The Last of Us and making a part of all the, like, they're not just dudes. And one of my professors like doesn't, not necessarily that, but just people don't realize that we're there. Like whether these people like it or not, like we're creating your games too. You know?
And that's actually a very interesting point. Like I would be very interested in learning like take The Last of Us or Naughty Dog in general, right? Like
right.
Uncharted, I don't think while there's a male protagonist, I never felt as I played through the games that there was any kind of like marginalization of female characters within the games. The same is true of The Last of Us. Like I feel like The Last of Us was, while not a perfect
but perfect.
While not necessarily like a perfect representation of feminist ideals, a very good and true, I think, depiction of men and women without, like, I don't think Ellie was sexualized at all, and she was still a very powerful character. Joel never, I don't know, like, so we know that Naughty Dog, like you have Amy Hennig, right? A lead writer in the Uncharted series who now is working on this new Star Wars game. I would be very curious to see like how many women work in that studio versus how many women are working in like a Grand Theft Auto studio or a Saints Row the Third. I think it would be very interesting to see and follow up on exactly what you said, Rachel. Like women are making these games too, and you're right, they are. So are they, like, what companies are they working for? What games are they making? And what creative role are they filling within these studios? And on one hand, you know, you got to make a paycheck. So I don't know. Like maybe there are women programming Grand Theft Auto.
It's also like however you want to see it too, because I mean, like, girls will see Grand Theft Auto and they'll be offended by it, but it's like, it's a video game. She's a hooker. Like that's what it is. And I don't know. Like even like with the whole Dove campaigns and stuff about how beauty isn't photoshopped and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, we know that. We understand that. I feel like that's something that's like widely accepted now. It's like we get that. So people can complain about it, but it's like the truth is out there, and you can have an image of like the Saints Row, Grand Theft Auto females all you want, but I mean like that's not how it is. And I think people understand that, which is why I'm not offended, which is why I play Grand Theft Auto and I had complaints, but they didn't have anything to do with the depiction of females, just because, like, I don't know, as sad as it is, like, you kind of get used to it being a girl.
Right, but the biggest problem here is coming more from the reaction of the gamer community, at least when it comes to the anonymous ability to tweet at and to attack somebody that points some of those things out. I'm with you. Yeah, you kind of get used to it, and you're like, okay, it was just a game. But the fact that there are retarded people out there that are calling, you know, that are saying these horrible things just because they feel like they can, you know, digitally get away with it without being caught. Perhaps there's something else that needs to be addressed in just the way that civility online is kind of gone, and that's sad. That's sad to me.
Yeah. Speaking of sexualization, guys,
Sexualization.
Yes,
Today I sent the vice president of business for my company a message saying that I was all for tasteful nudity in a photo shoot that I meant to send to my direct supervisor as part of an inside joke about a photo shoot happening for the company.
Inside jokes.
You seriously accidentally pushed it to the VP?
I sent it to the VP, and fortunately, I know the guy, and we've worked a couple shows together, and it's fine. But I sent it, and I kept having a conversation with the other people that work with me, and then it was like, I just sent this to this guy. Like, it was a solid minute and a half before I realized what I had done. And he hadn't responded, and Skype was saying he was online, and I was just like,
no.
I just got fired. And so I just wrote, I sent him a message after that, and I was like, so that was part of an inside joke, and I'm retarded. I apologize. So how's that? I'm killing it with the segues today, guys. I don't know.
Smooth.
I'm killing it with the segues. As far as gaming goes this week, though, I've played a lot of Trials Fusion. That game is the best time waster in between that beta for Destiny and the actual Destiny coming out. I have no desire to get into anything else. Like, so it's just basically a time killer. I've been playing that a lot. Trying to get like the gold medal on every level. It's super fun, super simple.
Welcome.
But like really challenging too. It actually is kind of like a souped up iPhone game, like where you have to balance your forward and back leaning and climb over rocks and go off jumps and stuff. So kind of silly, but a lot of fun. And
aren't those the best games though?
Yeah, totally. Like they're the best time killers ever. And that kind of wraps up what I've been doing. So let's press on and just get right into Drew's news if you're ready, Drew.
I'm ready. Shall we do it? Let's roll some news. I've got 5 quick ones for you. Basically, these are them in a nutshell. Bloodborne coming to the PS4 on February 5th. So we've got a date now. Bloodborne, February 5th.
That's pretty cool. Because I think most people assumed this was coming out winter of next year. So I'm very pleased that it's coming out soon.
Yeah, that's like 5-6 months. It's not that far off. So you excited, Rachel? Are you going to play Bloodborne?
I don't think I have the patience to play Bloodborne. Maybe one day it'll just be kind of like one of those filler killer. I don't know, because that's kind
I feel
of
like you'll be neck deep in Destiny.
I know, probably.
That's possible.
That's so sad because people are like, what have you been up to lately? I'm like, saving up for a PS4. That's literally all I've been doing. So.
At least you've set a goal and you're going for it. I don't think I'm even there yet. I'm still dreaming about giving it.
I'm so determined.
So more PS4 news. We talked a little bit about PT, that Silent Hill demo that Guillermo was part of with, who was it?
Kojima.
Yes. So that has been downloaded 1 million times. So you know that pairing and that teaser the buzz has been made.
18.
So the what?
Smooth KT.
It's the 18.
It's not even IGN. Yeah, it is.
So yeah. Anyway, 1 million times downloads for a demo is going to be kind of cool. I think we should plan a date in the next week or two to play through it.
Phil, are you ready to just escape from the bullshit of our real Earth lives?
What is happening?
Literally every. I just something playing off the page as she's showing the stuff. I'm just scared to even watch like that right there.
See, I think Silent Hill has a really big name behind it too. I mean, I remember being afraid of sorry, they were both very scared females, and that's funny we were talking. Anyways, Silent Hill always scared me as a kid too. Like I used to watch my brothers play it, so I'm glad it's coming back. KT, can you get your act together with those autoplay videos, please? Kidding.
Those autos.
I'm not kidding. Get it together, KT.
If you're a web programmer and you autoplay, I hate you right now.
What's funny is that Okay.
What's funny, Drew? I want to know.
I can't even remember what I was going to say. It was so funny. I lost it. Let's just move on.
Persona.
Number 3, Persona 5 is confirmed for next gen. So PS4 will be seeing Persona 5. Not sure when, but that is some good news, kind of exciting news coming our way. Persona 4 was a RPG that did very well. A lot of people loved. 5 is on its way for PS4, and I believe eventually for the other system, I guess, or not, maybe it's not clear yet.
So it was first announced as coming to the PS3. It was announced as a PlayStation 3 exclusive, and now it's been announced to also be coming to the PS4. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I think there's got to be a lot of people looking forward to that. So
definitely.
Have you either of you played the Personas?
No.
Negative.
Oh, that may
hugely popular game though. If I ever can. I don't know. I'm trying to convince myself to pick up a Vita just because of how much I've been traveling recently.
Oh yeah.
So if that happens, Persona will probably be my first pickup.
I'm just gonna dance. All right.
What kind of dance?
I don't know.
Rachel's into like the weird tired stage right now.
Don't listen to me.
Oh, it's mine. I kept rocking to the beats, and it was mine that was playing it. How funny is that?
Wow.
That was me. All right, here we go.
One.
Yeah, I know. Let's see if we can make it through the last couple here. Here's a rumor for you. We usually have a weekly rumor. So this rumor is that Activision is starting to take up a little relations with Take-Two, maybe possibly looking to purchase Take-Two. What would that mean if Activision picked up Take-Two? You guys got
basically that they would own the rights to Grand Theft Auto. They would own the rights to games like Red Dead Redemption. It would be a big purchase. So, yeah, I mean, it would be a huge.
They'd have some pretty good
purchase.
Talent, like development talent.
Something to like EA Games tried purchasing that previously, but it was only for $2 million, and they were undervalued, so they didn't buy it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they also. It also mentions that a big part of why they want to do this is for movies. I think Activision wants to be moving into the movie world, and so they mention in this article from Tech Times that basically that Take-Two had pushed a what was the game or the movie? I just had it and then I lost it. Basically, though, that there have been several scripts submitted for games like Grand Theft Auto and Red Dead Redemption, and they've all fallen short. But Activision has been able to push through a World of Warcraft movie that's currently in production.
Weird.
So specifically, it says Take-Two has had issues with getting a BioShock film made.
Weird.
Wow.
And so, yeah, so this is a big move. If they pick this up, not only are they going to be looking to make, I mean, if the rumors are true, right? Not only are they going to be looking to make additional games, but they're also going to be looking into creating films of, popular game franchises, which, on one hand, I think that's cool. Like, sure, movie games are cool, but personally, like, I'd rather them make good video games and just like, the CG that's going into creating this really awesome movie. I'd rather have that time spent on a video game, make a video game that's good, that I want to play for a whole lot of hours. I'll get a lot more enjoyment out of that than I will out of a 2-hour movie.
Right. And that's, I'll agree with that. I'll give you that. All right. Last news that I have is that PS4 will be getting theme support. So that is forthcoming. They've announced that you will be able to see themes on the PS4. So by the time I get one, I might be able to see a theme.
I was going to say they did that just for me. They're like, oh, Rachel's getting a PS4. Let's give her some themes. Let's let her decorate it.
Totally.
So that's coming with firmware 2.0 launch, right? That they'll have some themes, I believe is when that's coming.
Yeah, that's what it says.
That for the PS4 and Vita, it's going to be kind of, that'll be nice. Custom themes, neat. What do you say? That's going to be nice.
Yeah, definitely. I think it'll be a lot of fun. It's something, I mean, honestly, like, I don't really care about it, but there are a lot of people that do. I think a lot of people want to be able to you want to be able to customize your stuff. You want to be able to skin your backgrounds, and you want to be able to have it be personal to you. Yeah, I think it's cool. Yeah.
And then, of course, last little tidbit. I'll throw this one in. There's like a little bonus news. because we hadn't had anything Destiny related yet, Destiny continues to do some pretty dang cool stuff. You guys played with this today. I didn't play with it, so one of you walk me through what we're looking at.
You want to take it, Rachel?
Oh, nope. Jeff, you should take it.
So basically, the way that marketing works, right, is for a company like Activision, they're farming out their marketing plans, and you have these marketing firms that are putting these huge, enormous, multi-million-dollar budgets together. And so one of the things that has been done for Destiny is they've teamed up with Google to actually create basically like a Google Maps street view of the Destiny worlds. So you can go to Mars, you can go to Venus, you can go to Earth, and you can look at the Earth from afar and then zoom into a certain location and basically have a street view where you walk around the different places on Mars, and you can look at different enemies, and you can click on those enemies and it gives you descriptions of them. And it's all powered by Google. It looks like you are looking at a real life like Google Map street view, and it is awesome. Like
that's cool. That is cool.
As a marketing student, as a marketing coordinator for a company, I'm always interested in creative and interesting marketing plans, and this is definitely something that I think goes beyond the norm. And I just have to say, like, Destiny continues to impress me. Like, their marketing campaigns been awesome. Their advertising campaigns have been awesome in the way that they've approached, the alpha and the beta, and like working up to this kind of peak of buzz and popularity as their game's about to launch. I think is really cool, and they've just done a great job. So yeah,
amen. They keep impressing, and that, my friends, is the news.
Then let's kick it over to Rachel.
What's up?
What's up?
Woohoo! Okay, so some stuff.
To keep up.
Okay, so with some stuff. September 2nd, Velocity 2X, or 2 times, I'm not quite sure. And
Like
Mega
2X.
Man X4 came out. I don't even know what day it is anymore.
Yeah, it's out. You should take a nap.
I know. Well, I didn't have time to take a nap, so I just need to go to bed. September 9th is Destiny, the day of the days. September 16th, we have Naruto Shippuden. If you're a Naruto,
Sounds like a new breed of dog.
I know, it's an anime
It's
thing.
a hybrid dog.
So I'm picking up my Naruto Shippuden.
It's going to be a fighter. My brother actually has a Shiba Inu, and he got them before Dodge was cool, so that's his pride and joy. Also, September 16th, we have Anomaly 2. September 23rd, the Disney Infinity 2.0, Natural
Love the big-
Doctrine, FIFA 2015, and it's kind of a big deal to those
Sporty folks.
those sporty folks. I believe NHL somewhere in there too. I guess there was a hockey game too. Arcana Heart also comes out on September 23rd, and a game called Flockers.
Those
Spelled
crazy
that incorrectly
flockers.
the first time. I know.
It's crazy mother flockers. What is that about? What kind of style game is that?
I'm gonna guess. I didn't read into it, but
I wanna find out.
I want to say it has to do with chickens. That's my guess.
I want to know.
So I could guess.
Flockers.
Well, he's doing that September 24th. Dark Souls 2, Crown of the Ivory King, and also Defense Grid 2. So yeah, what'd you find?
I'm seeing
Flockers is by the Worms guys.
It's by the Worms guys, but it's with sheep.
I was close.
Flocks of sheep, I believe. It's out on Steam Early Access, but if you want to wait for the brand.
Watch
To
this
be
guy eat
finished.
some food.
So it's a puzzle game. It's coming out September 19th, like you said. These are the guys that did Worms. It looks reminiscent of their Lemmings design, kind of a real-time puzzle game. I haven't seen that for a while, so yeah, I might check that out.
Sheep.
I'm a puzzler. Oh, see, look at yikes! I almost said I'm going to play that with the kids until I saw the video. Changed my mind.
All I know is that after September 9th, the only game I care about through the end of the year probably is freaking Far Cry 4. That's the only other. That's the only other thing.
To.
Yeah, that's the only other thing that I think even will be a blip on my radar.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Thank you,
Excellent.
Rachel. So we were going to kind of discuss, we talked a little bit about Destiny and the marketing kind of surrounding Destiny, and we were going to talk briefly about some of our favorite marketing campaigns and ad campaigns within the gaming community. But are you guys cool with pushing that off for a week? Because we've been going longer than we wanted to.
Yeah, we're long.
So let's take a week to kind of contemplate and let that simmer, come to a nice flavorful soup of marketing delightfulness, and then we'll get into that next year. Wow, next year. See, I'm as tired as Rachel is.
We just all need to go to sleep.
Yep. So let's do that. So this has been episode 25. Thank you for listening. If you would like, you can feel free to tweet at us. We are at LittleBigKast. You can also email us, littlebigkast@ktdata.net. We are, as always, the official PlayStation podcast of the KT Data Network. Thank you for listening. And yeah, adios, people.
Good night, folks.
Good night.
You guys need to get popular enough where they're gonna leak naked photos of Drew on the internet. From like
If only I shot enough of them, then they could do that.
Dude, why did we not wait until the show was started to say that? That would have been great.
Who says I haven't been recording?
Oh, you haven't been
Awkward.
Rachel, just work that in somewhere.
Just be like, so about those
Leaked
risque
nudes.
photos.
I'm not
And
seeing
Jeff, remember, when you have the urge to say something about KT not playing the music, just wait another 2 seconds.
it. It's coming.
Is this the part where I'm not supposed to ask if KT's already playing the music?
It's Rate My
All right.
Professor, by the way. It's Rate My Professor.
What
With
did I
Is it-
put?
T,
isn't it?
rate.
Thanks. You put Rate Your Professor. It's Rate My.
It's not rape. And Jeff asks about Tasteful Nudes.
What?
All this and more on episode 25 of the Little Big Cast. I need to record that again.
That was awful. What tasteful news?
Tasteful Nudes. That's what I
Oh,
sent to my boss.
Nudes. But just so fun.
Drew has a chili as his rate my
I do. I really
Hang
do.
on.
A big old fat stinking chili.
Drew has a chili. It's not a chili paper. It's a chili pepper.